Hey folks, just want to make a short video here about vertigo, something that kind of snuck up on me after I was recovering from my broken neck, probably about 3 months into the recovery. Once I removed my neck brace, I was able to kind of sleep and move around a little bit more. I noticed that sometimes in bed, especially going from sitting position down to lying position, I would get vertigo, which I never really had before. And then sometimes in the middle of the night, depending on whether I was sleeping on my right or left side, it would just bolt me up out of my sleep. I would literally, it would be as if I was on a roller coaster and the world was just spinning. It was terrible. Um, so once I started learning more about that, I realized that there's a couple different types of vertigo. You have the vestibular, which is usually related to your inner ear, the crystals and the fluids in your ear kind of get messed up somehow. And then there's this cervicogenic vertigo, which really has to do with your cervical spine. And having an injury, I broke C1 and C2, and I'm fused from C1 through C3. Having an injury that close to the brainstem is kind of like, yeah, it's not a surprise that I have some vertigo and stuff like that occasionally from this. So a couple things I found out that kind of help with the vertigo a little bit is if you take just like almost like a kitchen towel, roll it up, you can put this thing around your neck and you hold one half down with your hand like this, bring the other across your bridge of your nose and just kind of stretch your neck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do a few sets of that, and that seems to help a lot. And then once finished doing that, then I would usually get like a heating pad. This is kind of like a neck one that's kind of made to go around your neck, and just kind of you can turn this thing on for 10 minutes or so and just let this thing sit here. So I'll do that, just kind of let it sit and kind of heat up the muscles back there and relax them a little bit. So the stretching and everything really helps a lot. And then in bed, one of the things I do is when I roll over in the night, instead of just like quickly rolling from left to right or back and forth like that, I'll roll over to be on my back for about 5 seconds, count to 5 maybe, and then roll to the other side. And then that seems to help with the vertigo. So it doesn't really come on. And if it does come on, I'll usually just kind of count to 5 and then it kind of goes away. So that's one thing about the cervicogenic vertigo. It kind of comes and goes. It's not like something that's there all the time. It kind of feels like you're floating, like during the day sometimes on a long day where your neck is stiff from working or something like that. You kind of get this feeling like you're floating almost. It's hard to explain it, but it's not like the vertigo from an inner ear thing where you're spinning all day. So anyway, folks, if hopefully this might help you. It kind of helped me when I saw some videos out there on this and made life a little bit easier for me. But hopefully you're doing good in your recovery, and take care, folks.